Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive into something I know I struggle with, and I know a lot of you do too, anxiety. And today we're going to be looking at some of your experiences with anxiety from the notes you shared.
Yeah, and I think just starting off by saying that it's really amazing that you're taking the time to kind of like unpack these feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a really good first step to like figuring out how to deal with anxiety.
Yeah, for sure. And, looking at what you wrote, you said pensamientos difíciles de controlar, like thoughts that are really hard to control.
Hmm.
And I feel that so much, like when my mind just won't stop racing. And, it's not just in our heads, where you mentioned feeling inquieto y tenso, restless and tense. It's like a full body experience. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually your body like doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's like a natural fight or flight response.
Yeah.
So your brain's basically like sending out all these signals like danger, danger. Your body's like, okay, got to get ready to run or fight something. But the thing is with anxiety, a lot of times there's no actual danger. It's like your brain's hitting the panic button when there's no real threat.
It's like my body's prepping for a marathon, but I didn't even sign up.
Right, exactly.
And you're so right about anxiety being like living in the future. Like I'm always stuck in that what if headspace.
And that's actually your amygdala, like the fear center of your brain kind of going into overdrive. It's
Yeah.
like, imagine like a little puppy that's
Yeah.
like super hyper and excited, right? You wouldn't yell at it to calm down. You'd probably try to like soothe it and like calm it down.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing with your amygdala.
Hmm.
Things like deep breathing or meditation, those can actually help like regulate it, bring that sense of calm back.
I love that analogy. That's so helpful. It's like instead of trying to fight anxiety, we can learn to like calm it down.
Exactly.
So you also asked this really important question. What solutions are there to stop thinking this way? Like you're looking for tools to deal with this. And I love that's huge.
Mhm.
And you're already on the right track because you mentioned vivir el momento, living in the moment.
Absolutely. And that's basically mindfulness, right?
Right.
And it's not about like emptying your mind completely or anything. It's just about like gently bringing your attention back to the present moment,
Yeah.
especially when those like anxious thoughts pop up. Even just focusing on your senses, like what do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? That can really help ground you in the present.
It's like hitting the pause button on that like runaway train of worry.
Exactly. Exactly.
You also mentioned distraerte con cosas que te gusten, distracting yourself with stuff you enjoy, and that is so key.
Mm,
It's not about ignoring the anxiety, but it's like giving your brain a break and like boosting those good vibes.
yeah. And you've actually listed some really great ones. Hacer ejercicio, escuchar música, reír to exercise. Listening to music, laughing, those are all fantastic because they actually release endorphins, which are like natural mood boosters in your brain.
Yeah, it's like tricking your brain into feeling better.
Exactly.
So, you're already intuitively doing things that can really help. Now, one thing I thought was really interesting was you mentioned music and laughter, which are both creative outlets. Do you think exploring creativity could be another way to help manage anxiety?
Totally, yeah. Because when you're doing something creative, you're actually tapping into a different part of your brain. And it can be such a powerful way to like process your emotions and kind of shift away from those anxious thought patterns.
It's like giving your anxiety a creative outlet instead.
Yeah, and it can be anything, like painting, writing, playing music, anything that lets you like express yourself.
That's a really good takeaway. So anxiety is a journey, right? But remember, the tools you've already discovered, those can make a huge difference. And you know what? You're not alone in this. There are so many resources and people who understand.
Mm.
So keep exploring those tools and keep the conversation going. And we'll be back next time with another deep dive.